I want to check
Oh
on.
my gosh.
Yeah. That's
We
what I want
got
to make.
all kinds. Hey, we're going live.
She's got a lot going on.
I'm gonna do a little presentation here.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to check.
Because I got some things to say.
So,
Hey, we're
I
going
did a conversation.
live.
And
We're going.
and his, his
presentation.
mental
Okay.
thought, like he was really down and.
Okay.
Oh my God, oh baby, he was down like 180-degree time.
In what week span? A week span?
No, I've been working on it for a week.
Hey.
Yes.
Now so he wrote down, I said, you need to write down what you want, look at it every single day,
Yes.
and know that it's,
Oh,
see it,
girl,
believe, and it will happen.
Wow.
we are gonna talk. Yeah.
Wow.
We're gonna talk all about this. I
said, "You
am
have got to
going.
make sure you are 100% in belief that that's gonna happen.
Yep.
And know that it's.
There's no doubt.
Yep.
No, I said, Ross, I'm a living proof of it. Now I know, I've seen it. I go
We
then.
are gonna talk.
He doesn't live here, does he? Cause there's a Ross we know who lives here. Like, I want somebody to come over. I know, I was just thinking.
It
about
is
getting
so
hot, too.
hot in here.
I'm getting hot too.
Okay, wait, we're gonna hop off and back on.
I definitely want to do a cookbook too, though. Yep,
Looking
multiple
like that.
books.
I'm all black and I have all my dog. I was like, I just.
Brought-
Come on, how am I able to here?
So sorry. I'm gonna do like a little presentation
Okay.
because there's stuff I have to say.
I
know?
I'm here to listen.
Do we want one of these? You have some water.
I do.
I can start my video first.
That's my dog.
I'll be in there.
Here's the thing. You just be you.
I put
Okay.
in my check from the universe about how much money I want to make. So I didn't do it last year, so it's gonna stay on. So before that, I had a check for probably 3 years, and then I made that amount. And then I put my new check. And my husband goes, do you really think you're gonna make that much money? I go, yeah.
Yes.
He goes, oh, and I go, yeah. Don't you rain on my parade? I'm gonna make it. I don't know when. I don't know how.
Well, those are the two things.
It's not my job.
Those are the two things. So here we go. And Paige, you're just going to take your chair and slide on in because today is all about manifestation. Okay.
I put my face on that because I wanna look like that. I wanna look like that.
That's fire. Here.
This,
Alright.
oh my gosh. I'm like, okay,
I'm super.
we are going to join.
Are we live?
We're live on YouTube. Y'all ready? Because we are going to rock your world today. Okay. Margie is like, she's like, I really want to like, she's probably going to be back here in a minute. Joining us.
I'm telling you, I talk about this stuff all the time because.
She's going to be part of the event. This huge announcement at the end today. Huge. Remember we were talking about this?
Yes.
Add a description page. Manifest.
Yes, definitely have a description.
Hold on, YouTube.
So what's going on?
We're coming at you.
Yeah.
All right.
They hiring you out there in LA?
In LA, here soon. That's what this board's gonna be about.
That's right, girl, you do it.
See what we can find.
Is this hilarious?
I love that.
This
I love
is
that.
awesome. Hello, everyone. This is freaking amazing. We have a lot going on here. This is so beautiful. And welcome. Welcome to Manifest 2024. Are we ready, girls? We already have the party started here. Okay, so you're missing out, but we're gonna let you join via technology. Okay, we're moving everything. We got YouTubers, we've got Facebookers, We've got everybody today. We have in person. This is live manifest. You know, the biggest thing about manifest. So I did not bring my vision board from last year with me.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone. I am Roberta Campbell, in case you don't know me. And I am so glad that you joined us today. This is huge. Come a long way. And, you know, when we talk about manifest and vision boards, we think of just material things. And that's a lot of it, not going to lie. But there's other things too. I believe we can have it all. I believe we can have happiness, health, and wealth. All of those. And a lot of things. We have a vision board, manifestation board party going on here today, event. Got some live stuff here. If you hear a little background stuff, little background party. And we're putting on our manifestation boards what we want. And that also includes a lot of health. I see a lot of workout, a lot of green juices, and all of that good stuff. And let me tell you something. 5 years ago, I'm going to tell you my story, but I've made a lot of changes in my life. And 5 years ago was the turning point of my life. And I want to share this all with you. So I have scheduled 2 hours for this, but we're not going to be on here for 2 hours. I want to tell you my story. I want to tell you how I brought the things into my life that were on my vision board. And we're going to have a guest today. I have a special guest that is going to tell their story as well and how they turned their life around. And this is so beautiful. So hang tight because I'm going to tell you something. I have a huge announcement at the very end of this. So I would say we're going to go about an hour, maybe a little over. And in that time afterwards, I'm going to invite you to work on your vision for 2024. Okay. So the thing is that, you know, I want you to know I'm grateful for everything in my life today and every person in my life. And gratitude is the key. Gratitude is the special sauce to manifesting your dreams. But being grateful for the things that you have in your life right now, but also being grateful for the things that you want to attract. So I am grateful for the things that I haven't received yet because I know they're coming. And that is a way of prayer. So we could say gratitude is a way of praying, but it's praying in advance for the things that you're bringing into your life. I want everyone to just yell at me and please respond and let me know, make sure that you can hear me okay. And, because I can't tell for sure. So we got a few things going here. Please let me know. Please let me know if you're watching live. And let me know that you can hear me okay. And let me know if you have any questions. Because we're going to go over a few things today. So if there's any questions you have or any comments, please feel free to share with us. So what I had to understand is that I had to change my consciousness. I had to become the person that is ready to receive the things in my life that I wanted. So living in your imagination. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Acoustics are perfect. Living in your imagination. You know, Albert Einstein said imagination is everything. And boy, isn't that the truth. Sometimes I tell people I've been up in the clouds for a little bit, meaning I've just been taking time to dream I've been taking time to vision what I want my life to look like. But I also have to understand and love myself enough and know that I am worthy for those things. And this was the biggest trick for me. I had to go through some things and understand why I was attracting negativity, why I was attracting things into my life that I didn't want. I had to understand that. And so a year ago, I thought I was ready. I had worked with a couple of mentors, and while they were amazing, Bob Proctor was a legend. Bob Proctor changed my life. So have any of you watched the movie The Secret, the documentary? We've got some hands going here.
Yeah.
Yes. So I watched that years ago. I actually will tell you, I remember when that came out. I believe it was 2006. And I remember when someone said, there is this huge movie documentary that's coming out. You have to watch this. And so I ordered it. It was a DVD. Yeah, it's been a few years. And I couldn't wait to get that. I was actually on a trip. I was actually in Alaska. I remember when this happened, and I came back. I couldn't wait for this DVD to be delivered to my house. And I watched it, and I was like in awe of the things that these people were saying. I was blown away, and I thought, I want that life. And like I said, again, it's not just about the material things. It's the happiness, health, and wealth, all of those things together. And you can have it. I know you can. Bob Proctor came into my life again a few years ago. And this was right after a very bad time in my life. So I want to stop for a minute here. Paige, would you be able to play a little background music for a visualization in a few?
Yeah.
Just have that ready for us, okay? Because I want us to do a little visualization and meditation.
Okay.
So very important for adding this into your life, which I couldn't before. I couldn't stop. I was too much in the masculine. Not masculine meaning I was go, grind, go do. That's how I thought I had to be. But once I took a step back and started imagining and visualizing the things in my life that I wanted and meditating and quieting my mind and my life, that's when things began to happen. So in 2018, I sold my house. I was an empty nester. My kids were in college, and it was time for me. It was finally time. I knew it. I was ready. I was ready to make the changes in my life. And I found this apartment. I'm actually in the office building here, in the apartment that I live at. And so I moved into this apartment, and 3 weeks later, I was in California, and I live in Ohio. I was in California, and I was doing this hair extension training. And I got a phone call. And my 22-year-old daughter, who was then a college student, was in a really bad accident. I had no idea. I didn't understand what was going on. Really took me a while to understand. I had to drop everything and get back home as soon as I could. I was 3,000 miles away. It took me all day to get back. There's no direct flights. And it was probably the longest day of my life. And I got back home, and I went directly to the hospital, and I didn't leave my daughter's side for the next, I think it was 5 days. My daughter was hit by a car while walking across the street in a crosswalk. She had just got off. work. She was working at a really, really nice restaurant, and, you know, things happen we don't understand at the time. She suffered a traumatic brain injury and other invisible injuries. I didn't understand. And I was not in a good position at that time to understand what she was going through. I didn't know what to ask the doctors. I didn't understand. I struggled. I was a hot mess. I didn't have anyone to help. I was there. I was the only parent there for her. And it was a time in our lives that after we made it, well, after we left that hospital, she still wasn't okay. And we went through 2 more hospitals. Long story. Took about 2 weeks to get her stable. A traumatic brain injury is a concussion, and she had a lot of bruising, bleeding, and swelling on the brain, which is probably the scariest thing you can deal with. It took us a while to get through that. And once we got through that and we got back home, we were like, okay, so now we're ready. Now we're ready to move on in our lives, or at least I thought I was ready, not knowing that the next 2 years would pretty much be hell for us. A brain injury can affect people in different ways. You know, my daughter went through a lot of anxiety and depression, PTSD, a lot of things that we really didn't see coming. But I was in a support group. They told us, they mentioned, might be a good idea just to join a support group. You might need that. And I could see that I wasn't the only one struggling. She wasn't the only one struggling. She was struggling physically, mentally. I didn't understand what she was going through. And it was tough. And after a couple of years, that's when I hit rock bottom. I was about ready to give up everything. I thought, really, don't ever say this. Really, what's next? What are you going to do next? Don't ever say that. Because next thing I knew, I lost my job. Our jobs were furloughed in 2020. And I had no money. And it was kind of like, okay, all right, where do we go from here? Well, that's when, sometimes I'm grateful for that now. Don't get me wrong. That time I wasn't, but it changed my life. And it puts you in a place that you're like, I will do anything. I begged God for help, for answers to get me out of that mess. And I'll tell you, one thing at a time started coming into my life, and everything began to change. Do you know, it was crazy. Something was weird. Bob Proctor came into my life. I remember it was this thing on Facebook. And at that time, there wasn't a lot of live events. And so this event popped up, and he was hosting this live free 5-day seminar. And I thought, okay, I want to try this. And I started listening, and I was blown away at the things that he was saying. I thought, excuse me, now let me tell you something. Bob Proctor did not go to college. But Bob Proctor did not actually he didn't even finish high school. So listening to him and everything that he accomplished was blowing my mind. And I thought, my God, if he did that, I can do it. We have certain faculties that if we learn how to use properly, you can do anything. And I'm going to tell you something. I believe that we all have a superpower. I think we all have superpowers. And let me tell you what one of my superpowers is. It's that I didn't go to college. That is my superpower. That is what motivates me. That is what says you can do this. Mm-hmm. And so during this time, I learned how to how to meditate. I learned how to tap in to my intuition, and I started listening, and I stepped back, and instead of pushing and grinding, I stepped back and I slowed down and I started listening. And I learned this technique. It's the candle flame technique. And I highly recommend this if you haven't done meditation before. So yeah. So you light a candle and you just stare at the flame and you just keep saying candle flame, candle flame. You can say whatever you want. For recently, my newest thing, and whether it's a candle or meditating or quietness, I just say, be still, be still, be still, and know that I am God. And I just keep thinking that and saying that. You can count, there's, of course, breath work is very huge now. Do we take time to actually take a really good breath? So my thought at that time was, you're going to write a book. And I thought, now that is that's the craziest thing I've ever thought. Okay. Like, first of all, I'm not a writer. I didn't even go to college. How am I going to write a book? Well, don't worry about the how, because the how, it's not your job to figure out the how. That's right, Margie. Thank you. It's not. And who? You don't know who's going to come into your life to help you do that. And that's exactly what happened. So once I started calming down, I learned how to attract every single person into my life that I needed to write a book. I confided in a friend. I said, hey, like, because at this time, I don't have any self-confidence, right? But I'm thinking I'm going to write a book. And I really just wanted a ghostwriter, but that just wasn't in the cards for me. So I told a friend, she said, hey, you need to meet a client of mine. She actually, she's an editor for this publishing company. I'm like, wow, okay, cool. I didn't know anyone, didn't know how to write a book. So she hooked us up, and next thing we know, I'm writing a book. Which honestly, I'd already been journaling for many, many years, ever since my kids were born. So for 20 some years, I had been journaling, probably younger than that too. I had been writing for many, many years. So with the help of a publisher, I was on my way to publish my own book. And I wanted to write a book to tell my story about what I had gone through with my daughter with the traumatic brain injury. And so, and I had looked at some other books, I'd read some other books, and I'd never seen one that was from the caregiver side and from the patient side. So I asked her to co-author it with me. And about a year later, we did it. We published our own book. So during this time, it was going to be called Invisible Injuries because her injuries are invisible. You cannot see them. I know, and I can see because we're together a lot, when she is struggling, and I can tell that it has changed her. And so people would always say, well, she looks fine. Like, she looks fine. Like, she should be able to go back to school and go to work and do all of those things. She looks fine. And it actually drove me kind of like, it would aggravate me. And it became the title of our book, though. She Looks Fine, which everyone says is perfect. And in the traumatic brain injury world, the concussion world, people will tell you this is the perfect title. I asked her one day if she would be okay with going back to the street, to the crosswalk that it happened, and if she would be okay with having a photo shoot for the front of this book. After we had already had a professional photo shoot in Florida, and I knew, my intuition told me it wasn't the right thing. And so we did. We went back, and it was a lot. but that's how you heal too. Sometimes you have to feel to heal. You have to go through that. And as you can tell, I have some speakers. I have some stickers on here. And so I put on my vision board last year that I wanted to be a best-selling author. That was a goal of mine. And in April of last year, 2023, our book became a best seller on Amazon. Well, which I was freaking so excited about. But I had a bigger goal than that. I wanted it to be, I decided if I could do that, I could get it to be on the international. So I wanted an international bestseller. And I wrote down the dates here. I don't know if I have it in front of me. It was, I think it's on my vision board back over at it was on April 20th, 22nd, I believe. So about a week later, it became an international bestseller. Yeah. Number 8, it actually went to number 8, which was pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for that, you guys. I want to tell you what, this book has led us to things. We've been able to help other people with traumatic brain injuries. And we've also been keynote speakers at one of the universities here. We're just beginning. I know that.
Fox News.
And we're just on a local news station here, Fox News, interviewed there. I had no idea. There's also one more thing I want to share with you. And I'm telling you, this came from a girl who, like I said, didn't go to college, didn't have a great, actually, I actually went to the career center, to the vocational school for my junior and senior year, and took cosmetology. So I have been a hairstylist for over 30 years. I want to tell you, I'm a good one. I'm dang good at what I do,
Yes.
but it's time to move on to other things. The next thing that happened, I didn't expect. I was asked to co-author a book after Bob's passing. Bob Proctor passed in February of 22, I believe. And so I was asked to co-author a book, A Year with Bob. And we shared, myself, along with 11 others around the world, shared our stories about Bob Proctor and how he changed our lives. And by the way, we donate all of the proceeds from this book. This was all a donation. And on Christmas of 2022, we gave our first donation. This is to his Unstoppable Foundation that he would always donate to. Such a beautiful thing. And thank you, Cassandra Willis, for putting this together. She is from Australia, and she put this together. Yeah. Pretty freaking awesome. So a little girl from a small town who graduated with 28 people in her class has been able to do these things. What I had to do the first thing is to be aware. I had to be aware of everything in my life and everything that was happening. And why was it happening to me? Okay. So, being aware of the things that I am saying. Okay. Well, I can control that, right? I can control what I'm saying most of the time. I think you all can understand what I'm saying there, but control your thoughts. And when you get a negative thought into your head, you got to change it. So these are the things that I did to change and be able to manifest and bring into my life the things that I wanted. So I had to let go. I had to get rid of negativity. I had to quit saying the things that didn't serve me. One thing I will never say I will never say I can't afford that. I will not say that, because guess what? You're telling the universe, I can't afford it. So guess what? You're right. You can't afford it. Don't say that. Sorry. I only said that because I had to. I mean, that's how I am. We don't complain. It is, I do not complain anymore. If I do, I change it. I stop myself. I am aware of what I'm saying, and I change what it is. And I change the thoughts that I'm thinking. So if I'm thinking bad thoughts, if I'm thinking negativity, it is my responsibility to change those thoughts, to change those things. Another thing, I don't gossip. I am not, and I used to be right in there. I used to be in there with everyone else, because I don't want to say everyone, but with others. And I used to be in there talking negatively and saying I couldn't afford those things and saying this and that, but I do not do that anymore. It does not serve me. It doesn't get me to where I want to be, and it doesn't make me feel good. I am responsible for where I'm at today. Now we can look and say, look, well, okay, guys, we can blame our parents all we want. Okay. I hear it all the time. And I will tell you, we got to stop it. Our parents are doing the best that they can do. And if you are not a parent, then you can't even be there. Like, you can't even get it. Parenting is the hardest thing you ever do. It is the most rewarding by far, but it is the hardest thing you ever do. I don't like to say hardest.
One of the.
It is the most challenging. Thank you, Margie. It is the most challenging things you will ever do. Okay. So yes, I am responsible for where I'm at in my life. I don't blame anyone, whether it's your parents, whether it's whoever. There's nobody to blame. Look at where you're at. If you don't like where you're at, then it's your responsibility to change it. Mm-hmm. Well, I tried. I watched The Secret 100 times. My life didn't change. Why? Why couldn't it change? I would hold it. I would hold that thought. I would be positive. This is back in 2008, I think is when it came out. And I kept wanting it. I kept wanting these things and wanting to change, but I couldn't keep it. That is what mentors are for. A lot of times we can't do things on our own, and we need help. We need people to guide us. And I was in Bob's Energy and his program for a year, and I met a lot of amazing, amazing people. I've had other mentors since then that led me to the next step and to the next step. And I know that I will have a mentor for the rest of my life. There's no way that I could have done these things without one. So, I'm so grateful for these things. And I'm going to tell you something. You can say, wow, but really, I don't have the money to invest. Well, it was 2021 when I actually made the investment. And I had my job back then and I was working. I didn't have the money. I put it on a credit card because I knew that was the only thing that I could do at that time. That was the only hope that I had. And somebody believed in me. I didn't believe in me. I needed someone to believe in me. And I borrowed their belief until I could get there. And finally, I got to be honest, everything finally clicked. I would say in the past just few months, little by little by little. Yes, I wrote the book, I contributed to the book, and all these things happened in the meantime. And I kept growing and expanding as a person. And so we are here on this earth to grow. We're here for expansion and fuller expression. We're here to express ourselves and be our authentic self. Listen, this today, this is me. This isn't me trying to be someone else. This is me. I wanted to follow other people's patterns, and they taught me a lot, but you got to figure out who you are and what you want. And you're the only one that can do that. I think the biggest thing is just, what do I want? And that is why we're doing this vision board. A vision board isn't every day I'm going to stare at it and look at it and everything's just going to magically appear into my life. That's not what a vision board is. Okay? It'd be great.
That's what I do. Seriously. I do it every day.
Okay. But what goes with that? What goes with that? The belief and the knowing. We were just talking about this. The belief and the knowing that you deserve it, that you're worthy of it, and that the right people and you don't know when or how. The when, nobody can tell you, and Bob Proctor would always tell us, you do not know when. You have to keep holding on to that. It is when you are energetically and aligned with what you're bringing into your life. Okay, what do I mean by energetically aligned? So, as I said, you have to become the person that is on the same. We talk about the law of attraction. We talk about the law of vibration. You have to be in the right energy and in the right vibration to attract to you the things of that level. So how can I ask for health? And I want to be fit and healthy, but I'm not doing anything. What do I have to do? So I have to work out, and I have to eat better. I have to eat more nutritiously. And oh my gosh, I do research almost every day on nutrition. Yeah, I find it very, very exciting because I want to be healthier. So actually, something I did the other day is, and I believe that things come to you at the right time when you are ready to receive them, as right, what we were saying. So some people that have the brain issues, a lot of people are vitamin B12 deficient. Okay, take note here, not a doctor.
Yep.
Okay, just saying, full disclosure. Yeah, full disclosure. This is just me saying. But since my daughter is vegetarian, you know, I'm sure that she's vitamin B12 deficient. So I said, I just told her the other day, I made her an appointment. She's laughing. Believe it, like it or not, you're going. You need B12. All right. I'm like, okay, come on. So do the research. Do the research. It's out there, you guys. Go to the gym. Like recently, okay, I haven't been doing enough cardio. And I said, okay, like I need to do more cardio, but it kind of bores me. So I think it was the second time somebody mentioned, you should try boxing.
Yeah, I boxed.
That's how I met Margie.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's right.
okay. If you hear something, look, there are signs around you everywhere, every day. So you're just not listening. Listen. We need to listen more. Because God is sending you the things that you need. You just have to listen and watch and be aware. So I started doing boxing and I feel freaking amazing now. It's exactly what I needed. And first time I went to this gym, I was very intimidated. And I went in anyway. I did it anyway. I pushed myself. They have a ring. They put me in the boxing ring. Yes.
You go in the boxing ring.
I've been in the boxing ring. Yeah. Nobody's hit me in the face or anything. I'm not getting hit. Not taking a hit.
The boys bless you.
So-
Punch on 'em.
Developing your higher faculties. So intuition. Listen to the things around you. God is sending you the things that you need. You're just not paying attention. Perception. How do I perceive things to be? Memory. Will. You have to have the will to do it. Persistence. You have to stay persistent in the things. Staying persistent. Okay. Yeah. Look, we all have rough days. We all have bad days. If you're tired, if you need extra rest, then get the extra rest. Listen to yourself. Listen to your body. Reason is another higher faculty. And as we discussed before, imagination. So if you're not happy with your life, start dreaming. What do you want? What would you love? What would you love? I got to be honest with you. So I didn't know what I wanted till just recently. I've been like a chameleon. So I was a chameleon to the people around me. Hey, you want to go here? Okay. You want to go and listen to this music? Okay. And when it came to the time where I just decided to go quiet and meditate, I'm like, what do I even want? What is my favorite kind of music? Like, I need to take the time to figure these things out.
Go with Bob Proctor, sit down and write out what it is you really want.
Oh, Margie. You got to write, yes. And you have a goal card and you write down what you want. And I don't have my goal card with me here, but I have a goal card and I write down with my magical pen. See, Bob. Yeah, this pen's magical. Everything I write down, I get. I have some of these pens too. Shoot, Margie wants one. I have some of these pens. So if you'd like to know how these pens work, reach out to me. Because I would love to tell you how this pen has worked for me. I've also studied the universal laws, the laws of the universe. The law of vibration being the number one law of all. It is energy. Everything is energy. Match the energy of what you're attracting into your life. Be the person, become the person in your consciousness that will be able to be on the same energy level, an energetic match, and boom, that's it. I was looking through my notes here to see what else I missed. You guys are being awfully quiet out there. Not you girls. They're here working on their boards. Please let me know if you're watching. Please let me know if you're watching live too, because I can't really tell what's going on here. I would appreciate that. And make sure that you can hear me. We got Facebook, we got YouTube, We got live. Yes, Margie. Yeah. Okay.
Not that I'm-
See? There's not like people here.
Not that I'm anywhere camera ready.
Come over here. You're right here. Okay, there you are.
I am so on camera ready.
Yes.
But the more you do this and the more you believe in that you can achieve, it will astound you. It will astound you the results. I'm telling you, I've been doing this like Roberta since 2008. And that was before I met my husband. I put down the kind of man I wanted. I met him. I had a picture of the kind of ring I wanted. It's what I got. So the kind of house I want to live in, that's where we live. So, oh yeah. There's my ring that I wanted.
bet
That
for
I
a
got.
Yeah, I was like, show that ring off, girl. I saw it when you walked in.
So seriously, this is, I was meant to meet Roberta.
Yeah.
I was led to her.
Okay. We're like,
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
We just met at boxing.
And
one
we were
time.
just like, well,
We're like, all right.
yes,
There's
so,
some reason. I think we know why pretty soon.
Yeah.
She don't even know the whole thing coming up here. At the end, actually pretty soon I'm gonna be announcing at the end.
okay.
Something huge that you even mentioned. Oh, anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute.
All right, peeps,
Yeah.
this is so
Yeah.
invaluable, so invaluable. And she is lovely and the best, and I couldn't love her more.
Isn't that awesome? Oh, thank you. Impromptu, love that.
I know.
Yes, I do have.
felt it.
Yeah.
I do have some events coming up. Thank you so much for asking. Can't mention it yet. Hold on. Hold that. Hold that. Oh, there's something huge coming. A huge event.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Oh God, you guys, your comments are gonna make me like, okay. Good question. How is Paige doing now? Paige is gonna come up here in just a minute. And do you have that? We're gonna do a visualization meditation here in a minute. Also, I just posted, and if you go, I just professionally recorded 2 guided meditations, very short ones for you, like a 3-minute and a 5-minute. We're not gonna do the meditation yet, but I want you to tell your story real quick, Paige.
Me?
You guys, I'm not even a big talker. I don't know what happened to me. I guess I have something to say. You do, yes. Okay, let me look through this. One more thing that was very important is that I had to.
No, you're fine.
Okay, she's like, okay, one more thing that I had to work through, and that is forgiveness.
Mhm.
We don't realize that we're holding on to things from the past. And so I learned how to bless and release. And that is something I'll talk about a little bit more at the end here too. I'm going to tell you something right now. We've all made mistakes. You're lying if you say you haven't. But we've all made mistakes. And once you forgive yourself and you decide, I'm not doing that anymore, that's all you have to do. Let it go. Let it go. The past is the past. It's done. It's gone. It's over. Let it go. And I think that is one of the trickiest things for us.
That's why your rear view mirror is so small and your windshield is so large.
Oh.
Jelly roll.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay,
Jelly
wait.
roll said that.
Oh,
Jelly Roll said that?
Yes.
in years.
He said, okay, hold on, guys. Who knows Jelly Roll?
Yeah, I just learned who Jelly Roll was. He's a country singer.
What?
Said that on that
How
quote
did we
on
just
TV.
learn? Okay, wait, what Jelly Roll say?
He said.
He said,
That is why the rear view mirror.
rear
is
view
so
mirror
small
is
and
so
the
small.
windshield is so.
and the windshield is so large.
So good.
You let the
Dang.
past go.
Yeah.
But the future is so broad and.
Healing from the inside out was the biggest thing for me. Letting go. There are things that you can do. It's easier said than done. There are things and techniques and things that you can do. Bob used to say that all the time. Let the dead bury the dead. Guys, this could be, we could go on about this for a while, but I want to bring up some more things about that. Thank you. Yeah.
So I went to him.
Yeah. It's crazy. What did I have? I wanted to answer here.
Yeah, he's like,
Okay,
you already got it.
Paige,
Yes.
I want to take a few minutes here. I want Paige, now I should say a few minutes. She can talk forever. Just kidding.
I'm gonna talk.
That's good. You guys, we were keynote speakers at the University of Dayton, and I had practiced my speech forever. And she gets up there. I said she had chicken scratch and she killed it. She was phenomenal. This girl's amazing. And she helps me with so many things. How about that one?
Yeah.
So many things. And I love this today because we're winging this. And I hope y'all don't mind. I'll trying to keep it short and sweet. We're not going to go 2 hours, but I want you to hear a story. Stay till the end. I have a huge announcement. Do not miss this ending. I'm telling you. Okay. It's huge. I'm so excited. Here's my beautiful daughter.
Is there a filter on this? Because we look good.
Wow. That one looks pretty good. That one's, yeah.
It's
yeah, I think
the
so.
lighting definitely helps. Yeah. It's okay.
Okay.
So we're live on
Facebook and then YouTube here.
Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
Hi, Facebook
Yeah.
and YouTube. I'm about almost done, definitely well over halfway done with my vision board. And usually what I do is I get on Pinterest and things like that on the internet, and I actually print them off. And this year I wanted to do it differently. So we had a vision board party at the bar next door last year.
Mhm.
And I didn't partake in cutting out the magazines. And so I'm like full-fledged committing to that and cutting out all of my things this year. So that's exciting. And I love my board so much. So I'm really excited about that. And basically my board encompasses health, wealth, and it's okay. Health, wealth, and my career in music too. So basically she's been loving listening. That's
Yes.
so sweet.
We're from music I can listen to.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
a song I wanted to mention, when you were talking about, my accident, and you were talking about how we were on Fox 19 and how we spoke as keynote speakers at Dayton University, I was actually able to perform my song Fearless, which is an inspirational pop song. I have songs in all different genres. I have pop, R&B music. I have some Afro beats coming out. I have rap and all kinds of things. So for I love Afro beats too. I have a song called I Like It that I'll probably be dropping this year, and it's Afro beats. It's really beachy. And if T's still on here,
Yeah,
T-Rex, if you're still on here, this might be your favorite song you've ever heard of me. Oh
Okay.
yeah, they go to the bottom too.
I know I wanted to. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, how do you get to the bottom so we see? You just blew my mind.
Oh,
Oh,
But that was
I don't know what part that was.
bless and release.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, I think. Let's go back up there and reading some messages. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
So you can kind of guide
all,
me
how are you
to
to-
what you want me to talk about.
So I was talking about the accident, and how are you today? They asked.
Yeah. So to put this in perspective,
Sorry.
it's okay. To put this in perspective, every single day, I focus very hard on my health and my music career and everything like that. I'm a very, very, very disciplined person, and I only have so much energy in my brain, and people can't see that because it's an invisible injury. And I'm going to get into an interesting story that happened last night here in a second. So I recently got back into working out and it's definitely helping me feel better. I kind of took about 6 months off at the end of last year because I was touring in LA and I was touring in Texas, and I was just moving, and I kind of got lost in the sauce, and I didn't work. I had a medical issue too, yeah. So I basically stressed myself out beyond belief, and I ended up having a cyst on my ovaries, which I do still have, but the pain has definitely decreased from that. But it was my first experience with a record label and things like that out in LA. So I did stress myself out. And now looking back, I'm able to see, okay, I should have kept working out and lowered my stress and talked to my family and friends, and I would have been able to not even have the cyst on my ovary. So you live and you learn, right? You can't regret things. I'm happy I've learned things from that. But just recently I started working out again, like pretty hardcore, and I'm getting my muscles back, I'm getting my abs back, I'm getting my muscles back. I'm feeling really good about myself. I can seriously tell every single time I work out how much my stress levels decrease. I just feel so amazing. And I do it here at the conference room. Below this is a workout room. So it's very amazing. God really did put us in an amazing place for this. So now that I have that workout routine back, and we've already been doing the eating healthy and the mindfulness and the meditation and things like that, my life feels very on track right now. My music is doing absolutely amazing. And sometimes I want it to move a little bit faster than it needs to be. So sometimes I think, oh, today I need to get 5 tracks done because, the labels are watching and things like that. But I really just have to go at the tempo and the beat of the universe and what God is supplying to me that day. It's just a really exciting time. But with my battery in my brain and my body, I only have so much to give every day. I sleep longer than the average person. I still think this is something that I'm going to overcome eventually. I think every single year I'm able to do a little bit less sleeping, but I do sleep more than the average person. It brings the swelling down on my brain. My brain is swollen right now. My brain is, and this isn't something that I want to manifest, so I don't talk about this. I don't usually use this verbiage, but since you guys are asking, I do have a headache 24/7. I do have a migraine 24/7. It's just, I can feel it like almost get more swollen, just depending on the day. But the story I wanted to go into was the people that were in my life 5 years ago when my accident happened. They were my best friends. Some of them helped save my life. They helped me get to the hospital, and they helped clean up all of the things that were left from my accident and all of that. They really took care of me, and I actually got to be with them last night. And what an amazing experience. And I haven't even got to talk to her about it. Speaking to them about where my mom and I are now, speaking to them about, people are, somewhat scared to say what happened, about the accident and how bad it really was. And, people don't want to talk about that. So the fact that we were able to have conversations about my accident last night, there we go. We got a heart. That's what I wanted to get into. It's just, it's so special that last night being able to show them, hey, I have 30,000 followers on just Instagram, and I have thousands of followers on all different other platforms. I've worked so hard for this. And I've just really believed in my heart that I'm here for a reason, and I was saved on this earth for a reason. And spending last night with them was amazing. But I will tell you this, they still don't fully see that it's an invisible injury. They know me better than anyone. They're my best friends. They're my college best friends. I love them. I can be myself around them. I can be myself around a lot of people, but I can really, really be myself around those people. And I'm so grateful to spend the time with them. But I can't handle as much alcohol. I can't handle sitting in a bar as long and listening to commotion and things like that. Like when I do my music stuff and when I do perform, I'm basically there to get that done and then kind of leave afterwards, because I can get really stimulated. And a way that I can stay longer at these events is if I'm not doing as much electronic use before I go and things like that. So it's all just, people have no idea how much electronics really take power away from your brain. It definitely, if you're scrolling all day, whether you've had a concussion or not, you definitely have to have that time outside grounding without your shoes on. You have to have that time meditating. You need to take quiet baths with no phone, hang out with your family and friends sometimes without your phone. So those are just a few things that I've had to go through in my recovery. And I think that every single person in this world can benefit from taking time away from their phones and things like that too. But here we are 5 years later. I had 3 bourbons last night, and I do have a worse headache today than I typically would. And my friends woke up and went to the Bengals game. So there is a difference in my energy levels still, and my brain and my cognitive. I live the most 27-year-old life that I possibly can. But there are still
Okay.
But there are still things that I know I have to do to take care of myself, especially when I'm flying. When I'm flying is one of the hardest things. Yeah.
Because of the pressure.
And it makes me sad because when I get to my destination, I really would love to have a cocktail, but I just have so much pressure on my brain after flying. It's really hard for me to enjoy sometimes, which is a little sad. It sometimes takes about like 12 to 24 hours for me to really feel like, okay, it's an appropriate time for me to enjoy a cocktail now. So there's a lot that's happened the past 5 years, but I take my accident as a blessing, and I'm so grateful. I was not pursuing my dreams before it, and don't let an accident be what finally gets you to make changes in your life. You're able to make changes before something drastic happens. You can make changes today. For me, I was not pursuing music, the love of my life. I'm married to the music, believe it. I'm married to the music, and I did not fully commit to that. I never even recorded my first song or even took the steps to write my first song until after my accident. So it's never too late.
I basically say she was born with a microphone in her hand.
Yes.
It's always been her love. Who thinks that you can, when you're young, you're like, oh, I'm going to pursue music. And actually there were a lot, we go back to high school, and I wanted to put you in the performing arts here, the performing arts school.
Yeah.
But I did not have the support.
Yep.
Of my ex-husband at that time.
And I did go to college. I did finish my degree after my accident in public health. I would say my 2 loves have always been, I can remember, you guys, I was like 5 years old, 3 years old, however age, I knew I loved helping people. I knew I did not see color in this world, and I knew that I wanted to sing and perform for people.
Mm-hmm.
I've known it my whole life. It just literally took 22 years for me to actually start pursuing that. And I think we all have things inside of us that we do want them to come out.
Yeah, and I think for you, it wasn't until you saw your life flash before your eyes and you said, I'm not going to live my life doing something that I don't love.
Yeah.
You did go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
She finished college under disability services.
Yes. Yes.
And you had was it the internship? Then you were like,
American Heart Association,
which was awesome, but you're like, this isn't me.
It wasn't me. I loved all of the women who worked there, and I love public health, but I like to take my public health onto my social platforms. And I like to talk about public health with my fans and my followers. It's just kind of interesting, you know, it's almost like, I was getting that degree in public health, and it's like the universe still knew I was going to use that. Like my favorite class I took in public health was emerging health issues. And so I just love the youth, and I love to, just inspire them and to teach kids about meditation and manifestation at a young age. Oh my gosh, like we could save the whole world. So it's very exciting.
Mhm. And I think the biggest thing too is just to share, just to love, let's just love each other some more. Let's have a little more forgiveness and compassion
Yeah.
and all of those things. And what a beautiful world it would be.
Yeah.
So knowing, for me, it was like, if I can be more compassionate, and if I can become a better person, then I help others. And so it's this ripple effect. So if we just try to do one nice thing a day, I mean, do you ever have someone buy your, whatever, when you're in line? I don't really do drive-throughs anymore, but
Starbucks.
But have you ever done that for somebody? Like, just make their freaking day. Pay it forward.
Yes.
Just do it for someone. I'm telling you what, that happened to my parents a couple of times. They still talk about it.
Oh my goodness.
You still talk about it because it's just that feeling that you had that day.
Yeah.
Make someone feel good. Hold the door open for somebody. Help someone struggle that are struggling with carrying something.
Yes.
I mean, just one thing. We're raising collective consciousness by doing these things.
Yeah. Last night,
You want to see more peace in the world?
Yeah.
Be more peaceful.
And how much better you will feel for doing that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They don't need to know your name or anything.
Yeah.
Else. Just, hey,
Yeah.
I didn't know drive-through.
Yeah. And by the way, you know what? We give back all the time. I'm not here to tell on here everything that I do. We're not supposed to brag about these things. I don't tell everything that I do, but I am helping people on a regular basis, as we all should be.
Yeah.
Just remember what you were going to say. Darn it. Something about last night.
Oh, I had people buy me my drinks last night, and it meant the world to me. It's just like the little things in life.
Yeah. And by the way, how often do you go out?
Like never.
So, you can be, I assume no one's judging anyone here, because, that's because we just don't do that. But she doesn't go out very often. And, you just want to feel normal.
I prefer to go out just for my gigs, but I've been focusing more on working in the studio with my producers and Pac-Man and everyone. So we've been more creating the portfolio versus performing in public recently. And so that would really be my time out, would be when I'm doing the shows. Other than that, I go out maybe once every 2 months. Maybe. Not even. Yeah, so, not really. It's not really something.
It just feels good to go out and have some fun. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
And I'm probably one of the least judgmental people in this world. It kind of hurts my heart to see like videos sometimes of people saying, well, if you do this and you're a good person or you're a Christian, and I truly believe in my heart being a Christian is being love, and being a good person is not talking about other people and not judging them, because oh my God, we all have so much love to give, and if we all just brought that to the platform all the time, then wow.
Beautiful world.
Yes. So is that everything I needed to cover?
Yeah. I think so.
I'm excited to go work on my vision board again.
No, I'm ready to get in.
I know, I'm like, here.
They got theirs.
Let me show.
Show us here. Oh my gosh.
Mine's the pink one. I'm so excited. Here, let me set this back properly, girlfriend.
Yep. And
then let's hit low power mode.
Yeah, we're going low power. Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Check out my song Fearless. It's Fearless by Paige. It's an amazing song. Go check it out.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Get some meditation music for our end here. We'll end it. I'm not ready to end it. because I have this. Actually, I want to give a shout out to two friends, two amazing people that helped me. Okay. People are brought into our lives for certain reasons. We don't know. And I met a couple of girls last year, the year before. I don't even know how long it's been. No, it was in 22. So I met this beautiful human, Wanda Hill, who has just been she has supported me. We have both been in the personal development world for a while now. And we really just can call each other anytime. And I appreciate you, Wanda, so much. I want you to know that all of your support, and I believe in you and you believe in me. And that has actually just really, it's really changed my life. And then our mutual friend, Jacqueline King, I have to give a huge shout out to her because we had a day this past year. I say a day because we were on the phone. We were on Zoom for like, I don't know, a long, long time, hours. And she listened to me. And we were actually doing, we were using some AI at this time. And she helped me with my personal brand. She did. She just listened to me for hours while I shared with her, because I still at that time didn't know exactly what I wanted. And she helped me in that journey. And I have this podcast that is coming. It's in the works right now. She helped me create a lot of this, the Unleash Her. And I kind of fought with this for a while. And I'm like, okay, I really think it's something I'm supposed to use. So my podcast is Unleash Her. Now listen, Unleash Her is that, I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of me. It's a lot of my past, but I know it's a lot of you. I know it's a lot of you. I know it's that 23-year-old that is struggling with self-love and self-worth and can't really stand on their own yet, or just it's needs a little help, needs a little guys, and what am I trying to say here? Someone to believe in them, someone to support them. Unleash Her is that person who struggled from past trauma and who has made it through, who has made it.
It's kind of like someone that's been hiding.
Someone that's been hiding, for sure. I definitely was hiding for a long, long time. And I knew, so Carlotta, you were there when I was in New York City. When we were in New York City last year at this women's conference and we spoke, I even told Tina, I said, listen, when I work through this, whatever it is, I'm unstoppable. There is something inside me that just, I wasn't ready to release all of that and unleash my best self. And when I do that, I am helping so many other people. They're like, oh my God, that girl, she was quiet. She was so shy. Was I shy? Am I shy? Or was I just hiding? Did I just not know who I was? Did I need someone to believe in me? I mean, it could have been all of those things. And I'm here to say that I am here to live my life, and I'm here to help you, all of you. And I am just getting started. And I feel like I know that there are no limits to what you can do. So I have some really big things coming this year and I'm so excited and I want to help you unleash yourself. But I also know that there are no limits. There's limitless. And I have this limitless VIP mentoring program because I want to be your support. I want to be your belief. You borrow my belief until you develop your own. And so I work with one-on-one with clients, men and women, in my program called Limitless. I also have this huge event coming. This is God, no doubt in my mind how this has worked its way out. So I knew that I wanted to do a retreat. I love being with people. This is fine. You know, some people can teach and love the Zoom and all of that. I've got to be with people. Like, I think we all need that, don't we? And so this is fine for the times like this that we can't be with people. But guys, I have just been to this amazing place called Hocking Hills. It is Ohio's claim to fame. And it only took me my whole life to get there. Yeah. And so we were actually just there for Christmas too. This place is so beautiful. What the first time I went by myself, I took a hike and I was like, I can't hear a thing. I have never, like, I don't hear a thing, not a peep. It was the most peaceful moments of my life. And I said, people need to experience this. And everything has just come to me. And the timing. So I'm hosting a retreat in Hocking Hills. This retreat is tranquility and transformation. I think we all need a few days away here and there. But I would go away if I ever had that time, a few days away here and there. I would spend it, I don't know, not probably in the best way that I could. Sometimes you just need peace and quiet and that tranquil, that to relax and unwind, but not just that. If you want a transformation in your life, holy cow. April 5th through the 8th, I'm hosting this event. I didn't even know when I picked this date out, didn't even know that during this event, there is a total solar eclipse happening. And
Like once every 20 years.
The next time is 2044. Last time was 2007. Total eclipse. We are in the path of this total solar eclipse. What does that mean? Well, a solar eclipse makes manifestation intensified. It is like manifestation on steroids.
Yeah.
So it's your circadian rhythm. They're deeply affected during this time. So this is crazy how this all lined up, not even realizing that this was happening. So not to get into too much of this, but we're talking about manifestation. We're talking about energy. We're talking about blessing and releasing. And this place is perfect I found this beautiful, they have a new lodge just reopened last year after a huge fire before that. The lodge is gorgeous. The rooms are incredible. The setting is perfect. The thing is, the lodge only has so many rooms. So there is a limited number of people that we can take. Now, Margie doesn't know this. No, I'm just kidding. Margie actually was like, if you need any help with that, and I've had some people reach out and say, oh my gosh, I would love to be a part of that. And I have people that say, I want to attend that. I want 4 days of me time. I want 4 days of healing from the inside. I want this time to let go. I want this time to reset my life. I want to figure out where I want to go from here. Whatever that is for you, this is the perfect time. And I have some amazing, amazing people that I'm working with this event. It is going to be life-changing. That is April the 5th through the 8th. On the 8th, okay, one more thing. We're almost ready to get off here, but April the 8th is when the total solar eclipse is at its highest point. And, okay, where was I going with that?
Right?
Yeah. Okay. So these dates, everything that is happening here is the perfect time. It is the absolutely perfect time for you to work on you. For you to take that time, whether it's to find who am I, to find the self-love, the self-worth. This was handed to me. I could say it was handed to me, but I also asked for it. We are going to be doing some meditation. We're going to be doing some yoga. We're going to be doing some inner work. And if I always say no, shoulda, woulda, coulda, because everything happened that allowed me to be who I am today. Mm-hmm. So I don't look back on the past, and I have no regrets. Mm-hmm. But if I was given this chance when I was 23 years old, when I was 40 years old, when I was 30 years old, when I was 18, whatever it was, if I would have been given this opportunity to spend this time on myself, I can't even imagine where I would be today. Now, like I said, I'm not regretting anything. I'm saying don't waste another day. It is never too late to make changes in your life. It is never too late. Guys, I'm just getting started. I feel like I'm 18 again. I feel like I am just getting started in my life. And I'm here for a purpose. We're all here for a purpose. I know this is my purpose. I asked God for my purpose, and this is where I have been led. So all I'm saying is I have this to offer you. And as you can tell, I'm a little passionate. I'm just a little passionate about this because I see a beautiful world out there. I don't see lack. I don't see negativity. I don't see color. I see beauty. I see beauty in when I went to Hocking Hills, I saw beauty when it was all brown. There are no leaves on the trees right now, but it is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to experience that. Now, listen, again, April the 5th through the 8th is going to change your life if you're ready, if you want. And the details are coming at you soon. So you've got to reach out to me. There are limited spots available for this. It's going to freaking blow your mind. I'm telling you, it will be everything that you're asking for. If you have been brought into my world right now, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, I know that you didn't come into my life. It wasn't an accident. It was on purpose. You're meant to hear what I am saying to you right now. We are going to leave this today with a guided meditation, with a guided visualization. We are doing vision boards, manifestation boards. We are putting everything out here into the universe. We are saying, what do I want? What would I love? First of all, what do I want? Who am I? Who do I want to be? There are guys, you can do, have, or be anything you want. You just have to take the first step. So manifestation is using the law of vibration to your advantage. The law of vibration, everything is energy. And as we talked about imagination, Albert Einstein knew what he was saying when he said everything is imagination. Imagine right now, what do you want? What does your dream life, if you want to say, look like? What does it look like? If you could have anything in this world, what would you love? I'm going to tell you right now. And I kind of make a joke with this, but this is what I say. I am not going to get to heaven. And God says, and I'm going to say, hey, you know, like, this is it. Like, what happened? He goes, you didn't ask. You didn't ask. You didn't dream big enough. I'm just getting started. And I'm so glad that you are watching today. I'm so glad that you are here today. We don't know what we're capable of. But listen, it's a ripple effect. And if we can give a little more, love a little more, spread a little more peace, what a beautiful world this will be. We're going to end this with a little visualization. Do we have a little background music? Just a little background music. I have some guided visualization, meditation. on YouTube. I recorded those for you. And I have to tell you, the reason that happened was I had someone say, you have the most calmest voice. Your voice. I'm like, okay. And I went to the recording studio and I recorded this meditation, this visualization, and I had the time of my life. I loved it. And the second one that I did, Paige,
Yeah.
I nailed it.
Huh.
She's so mad. Just kidding. I know. It just was something that I was supposed to do, but I didn't know it. So what I want everyone to do, including y'all in the conference room here with your vision board, let's put our stuff down.
We're listening.
You're like bossy. Just take some time every day. Close your eyes. Sit down. You don't have to go into this deep meditation, but just take some time every day to sit down and close your eyes and sit here and sit with your back straight and your hands on your lap, palms resting up. Hopefully my phone won't die. Palms resting up, feet and legs uncrossed. We don't want to block any energy. We want our palms held up because we are in receiving mode. We're going to take a deep breath in and release very slowly. I want you to take another deep breath in and release very slowly. I want you to imagine a light. And I want you to just see that light like it's guiding you. It's guiding you down a path to everything that you have been asking for, to your dreams, to your goals. You can see it. You walk slowly to this path toward your dream life. Everyone's there that you love. Everyone is so happy for you. They're congratulating you for everything that you've done. You have this peace and this calmness take over your body. You did it. You took the time. You worked on yourself. You healed yourself. And now that you're at this place in your life and you've filled yourself up, now you can help others. Because you have to take care of yourself first. You're healthy. You're the healthiest you've ever been. And you're happy. and content. You're the happiest you've ever been. And wealth and prosperity. You have everything in your life that you could ever ask for. And now you can help others. And it's so beautiful. You can feel it in your heart. You can feel all the love from everyone around you. And everyone responds to you in a loving, giving way. This is what life is about. I just wanted peace, peace and freedom. Freedom to live your life and to be authentic, to live your authentic life, to be you, the person that God intended you to be. Life is short. Don't waste another day. Embrace everything and everyone into your life and keep striving for more love and peace for everyone. We're going to come back to reality. And this reality is going to look so much different now. Let's take another breath in slowly and release. I feel relaxed. You feel relaxed. Gently come back, open your eyes, and look at the love all around you. Peace and love, everyone. Let's talk soon.